How we doing, YouTube? Steve here. Let me roll up this window a little bit in case that truck beside me is a little noisy. I don't know if it is or not. Oh, how we doing today? I'm filming this the day before, but I'm going to upload it in the morning. January 14th. Is it worth being a truck driver in 2025? That is the question. And of course, it's never really a simple answer. So, if you were to ask me, if you were a 20-year-old kid, 21, and you were to say, should I become a truck driver in 25? What would I say? Maybe. That's what I'd probably say. And this is what we would get into. Do you have children? Or wife and kids? Do you hope to have either one of those in the near future? Do you have any other skill sets? Or could you get them? What are the job prospects like in other industries in your area? We all know the first year of truck driving is brutal. It's pretty tough that first year because you're just learning the ropes. And then that's the license for the mega carriers, which is probably who's going to hire you because of insurance reasons. It's an excuse for them to not pay you very much. So that first year, you're probably not going to make real big money and be gone a big portion of it. But you got to get your experience somewhere, so that's sometimes what you have to put up with. I've been doing this off and on. I'm 56, be 57 this year. And my first trucking job, I was 17. And I've done it on and off for most of those years. Doing other things in the middle. I go get away from it for a while, and then I come back to it, and I get away, and I come back. But primarily all regional. Very little over the road out of the Midwest. Very little. And never a situation where I was gone more than a week at a time. I mean, that was just a complete non-starter for me. So that's what kind of where I'm coming at this from. So I live in Northwest Indiana, so I'm going to give this to you from that perspective. Once you get your CDL license, and once you get that year's worth of experience, so you're easy to hire for smaller companies, you can make doing local work, local dump, line haul stuff for like a union job, either in the trades doing asphalt work or doing, like for a yellow company or those union companies that do less than truckload, LTL companies. They need shuttle drivers at nighttime to run from cross dock to cross dock, and then local guys to go pick up freight, all the different companies. So those guys like that. You can do local dump work in my neck of the woods and make 70 grand a year. You can do them other jobs, the union jobs, if you get a union gig, and if you can stay busy around like a line haul job, 10 or 15,000 more than that, with really good benefits, union retirement, union pension. I would say if that's the career path you'd like to take, it's probably worth doing, because you're going to be home every night. If you'd like to get into specialized fuel haulers, gas hauler, fuel as in fuel for like semis and cars, and gas meaning like compressed gas for hospitals and industry, or just chemical, then yeah, I'd say yeah, it's worth doing. Especially if you have hopes of having a family someday, because there's no reason to have a family and be over the road your whole life, their whole lives. What's the point of having them? So, if those things can go together, if you said that what your hopes were, I mean, let me clarify. If it's always been your dream to do it, then do it. And then the things that are bad about it, gone from home a lot, tough lifestyle, not much interaction with your family, all of those kind of things, then that's the price you have to pay for doing what you like to do. If it's not always been your dream to do it forever, then would I go into this industry to pull a dry van for a mega carrier and be gone 3 weeks at a time? I would not. 60 grand a year maybe you'd make once you get your experience. Maybe a little bit more. Depending on who you work for, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I'm just talking dry van. Or reefer, really. This might be a tick more, but I'm not, like, you're not doing that gas or any of those kind of specialty products. Just regular old dry van. I don't think I'd do it. I would either try to get into a trade, pipe fitters, electricians, carpenters, something like that, or if you wanted to maybe apprentice with somebody that owned a business that was getting older that might want to retire, look for opportunities like that. HVAC, things like that won't be replaced by automated trucks, and the other issue we have, and it's not a polite thing to say, but especially in the dry van world, the dry van world is being infiltrated by a lot of foreign fellas, primarily fellas. Enough that I can just say foreign fellas. And they work a lot cheaper than an American's going to want to work for. And whatever anybody wants to say, it drives down the rates. Not as much the European fellas that come in, but the ones from South America, Africa, the continent of Africa. I was just behind somebody in line that was from one of those countries, African countries, and that dude will work a whole lot cheaper than you're going to want to. So, depending on what your life goals are, I would say there's probably a safer way to own your own business and be home with your family and have a life than doing over-the-road dry van. Local work, like, I don't know all the regions of the whole country, so I don't know if everybody's like it is here. Local work, it can be a lot of hours, but local work, doing something specialized, there's still some opportunity in that. But to do over-the-road dry van, I think you could probably do yourself a little bit better if you made other options. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Leave a comment what you think, and we'll talk again soon, everybody. God bless.